Hey, what's happening, everyone? I guess I'm going to try and explain what I'm talking about here. So, let's stick with C major. So C major sounds like this. Now, C Lydian sounds like this. Hear it? As opposed to... Now, usually the Lydian is used when we find major chords. I use it on most major chords, actually. But you'll see, let me back up a second. With the C major versus the C Lydian, they're exactly the same, except the Lydian has a raised fourth degree. That's the only difference, and they have a little different character, and that's about all you need to know. So if you want to stick to like chords, major, there's Ionian, Lydian, and then you have your minor area. Let's keep the root note the same so we don't get too confused, and people tend to say, okay, now let's look at D Dorian, but let's look at Dorian, C Dorian. Playing minor scales, I usually think there's a skeleton minor in there, the minor pentatonic, which is shared by Dorian, natural minor, which has a flat 6 instead of a regular 6. It's also in the Phrygian. So I'm in drop D, sorry about that. Anyways, yeah. See what I'm saying? They all have the minor pentatonic skeleton, but then it's what notes you add to that give it the flavor. So if someone's playing like a C up to a D flat, and you know that C to D flat is a half step right there, Phrygian automatically becomes a choice. Now another scale that has that sound, when I think about it, is the fifth mode of harmonic minor, which would be F harmonic minor, starting from C. And that has that half step, 1 and a flat 9. So, these modes just evoke certain emotions or tonalities, and you have to learn how to apply them in context appropriately. And this ties back into what I was saying a minute ago about when you choose to use a major scale versus when you choose to use a Lydian. And it all depends on where you are in the song, in the music. Everything that's played up until that point and what comes after it influences the choice that you're going to make. And when I say what comes before and what comes after, if it's in the structure of a song, I hope you put some thought into that beforehand. If it's during a jam, you have to be listening to what everyone else is doing. And if you hear someone go for something that doesn't jive with where you were headed, you have to adjust. Like, let's say you all were rocking and you're rocking out like your sickest Lydian licks. And then the bass player plays an F. Well, you have to keep an ear out for that, because that F clashes with the F sharp, and you got to make sure not to, these are all just things you need to think about. I'm just kind of, spouting off information. Hope that helped a little bit.